And joining us, we welcome Spain's ambassador to France, Fernando CARDERERA. Thank you for speaking with us here on France 24.
Thank you to you for inviting me.
We're talking ahead of another rally planned this evening in Barcelona. We've seen yesterday the airport, today the main highway linking Barcelona to France blocked. Are we back to 2017?
No, let me put this in context. This is the failure of independentism after the decision by the Court of Justice. Everything was a huge invention, and it has enormous costs, and this is very regrettable. The most important one is the social division among Catalans themselves. There is a division in the Catalan society which is going to take years to restore. Not to talk about the exit of enterprises. More than 5,300 enterprises have left Catalonia to establish themselves in the rest of Spain. This is due to the lack of responsibility of some Catalan leaders who have converted a political and economic problem into an identity problem. There is no problem of territorial integrity in Spain. Now the problem is coexistence between Catalan, coexistence between themselves. And to solve the problem...
But it is a problem of territorial integrity for Spain. If you have election after election, 48% one way and 48% the other in Catalonia.
Well, you have 47% for independence, 53% against independence in the most favorable case for independentism. And to solve the problem of coexistence between Catalans, which is the main problem now, not the problem of territorial integrity, this is over. There has been already a decision by the Court of Justice. And this is a complete failure for independentism, who didn't get any support in Spain or in international.
To solve it, you need to have dialogue. We heard the outgoing foreign minister, Josep Borrell, say so much. Of course, you can't have dialogue if you don't have a stable government in Madrid, which you don't have yet because we are having another snap election.
Well, we will have elections. First of all, there is an interim government which can take decisions. Then the fact of being an interim government doesn't mean that you cannot do and negotiate.
But you're not going to make a major decision on the while campaigning for this election, are you?
Sure, and the result of the election we'll know which is going to be. It will give a rise to a government which is going to be a stable government. But before that, we need two conditions. First, to have a Catalan government and a Catalan parliament which represents the whole of the citizenship of Catalonia, because Catalonia is not a single unity where people are focused on independence. A minority of them is focused on independence. And we need also a government and a region and a parliament in Catalonia which respect decisions by the judges and we respect and abide by the law. Provided that we have those two conditions, the Spanish government is ready and was ready and will be ready for a dialogue with the regional authorities of Catalonia, because we need to reestablish this coexistence among Catalans themselves.
The separatists, though, the optics, and your job as ambassador, of course, is to sell the image of Spain abroad. The optics aren't great seen from abroad. The 9 to 13-year sentences, for people who don't follow the story closely, they see 9 to 13-year sentences for non-violent separatists.
Well, the court, the case has been dealt in an exemplary way by the Court of Justice, the Supreme Court of Justice. They have listened to more than 400 witnesses. They have seen more than 200 videos. They have respected the rights of every party in the process. They have stated about facts and not about ideas. What was judged were not ideas but facts. And those facts were not to put or organize a vote or to put some ballots. It was to act against the law, to go against the Spanish constitution, to go against the Catalan constitution, and to ignore the law, both the Spanish and the Catalan law. And this is very heavy when you are a public authority, because it means that you act against the law and against the majority of the will of the citizens.
Again, there's this issue of talking across purposes between what you're describing, a criminal procedure, yes, and what we heard, the outgoing foreign minister describe, which is a political process, which is how it's going to end eventually, right?
because we are in a new phase. We have entered already a new phase, and it is important that the Catalan government made itself clear that we are in this new phase. We are no longer talking about independence. We are talking about solutions. And to find solutions, we need dialogue. But to find or to establish this dialogue, we need to respect the law. And
then we can talk about amnesties.
Every dialogue is possible within the framework of the law. And this is something that the Spanish government is willing to do. And my minister said it right now.
Fernando CARDERERA, Spain's ambassador to France. Thank you for speaking with us here on France.
Thank you to you. Thank you very much.
In other stories,